Well, ending chemo doesn't really mean your life goes back to normal. Basically, it means you push the fear of cancer to the back of your mind and try to scrape your life back together. Hi, I'm Sarah from The Minimalist Mom. This is video 6 of my 6-part series all about my cancer story. Okay, so what happens when you're done with chemo, done with radiation, done with surgery, and treatment is over? Honestly, my prognosis really isn't the best. Once you've had mets, things start to look a little grim. When I was diagnosed, I was given a 20 to 25% chance of making it 5 more years. And that was a year ago. When you break it down, that's 1 in 5 people who are diagnosed with this cancer at my stage survives. I don't usually focus on statistics. In fact, I try to forget about them because that's what helps me just get through my day. But they're kind of important, and there's one reason I want to focus on them, and that's because it's ridiculous that they're not better. The 5 torturous chemotherapy drugs that we've been given since 1959 for this regimen have not changed. So I have to be constantly monitored that this cancer does not return. Every 90 days I have a PET scan, an MRI, a CT, sometimes x-rays, a lung capacity test, an echocardiogram, what else? I don't know, probably other things. And I'm trying to be calm, but on the inside, I'm petrified. There is a real stress and pain that you feel before a scan. In the cancer world, there's this term we use before a scan, scanxiety. I totally can't function, if I'm being honest with myself. It's really awful. But hey, scans aside, I'm actually in such a happy place right now. I feel like I lead a fairly normal life, and it's amazing. For the longest time, we hadn't even ever lived as a family of 4. I mean, my baby was born, and then we were suddenly living somewhere else, but someone could take care of me and my kids because I couldn't do it. And so now we can finally be a family of 4 and create the world here in our home that we want. And it's incredible. I can actually be a mom to my kids. Not to mention we haven't had any surprise trips to the ER. Okay, I did have one, but that was due to an allergic reaction due to low blood counts. It was not a big deal, and I was gone the same night. I didn't even have to spend the night. That's unheard of. Energy-wise, I feel fantastic. For the most part, I can do whatever I need to do in a day, and that has come back so much faster than I anticipated it would. My hair began returning probably a month after chemo ended. I ended in March, and this is where we're at mid-August. At least I have hair now. I don't look like I've been a cancer patient. Maybe I do. Do I? I don't think so. My eyebrows grew back right away. That was awesome. That was really fantastic because eyebrows are a big deal. You look really funny when you don't have eyebrows. So as far as normal things go, I bet it took me about 3 months post-chemo before I could go to the grocery store by myself, just because I had to build up strength in my leg to stand and walk around for that long. But everything really did feel like a new accomplishment after chemo. I began walking right as my daughter began walking and began growing hair right as she was growing hair, so now it's a competition to see who can grow out their hair faster. But babies are cute. Bald, so I don't think she ever needed hair, but I appreciate not being bald myself. I'd say my biggest struggle post-chemo has been my leg. It's still pretty painful. It's so stiff. There's so much scar tissue. I really can't walk on it like a normal person. I can't stand flat-footed. I'm reminded of it every hour of the day, but I'm hoping that will slowly go back to normal. I hope within a couple of months I'll be able to do a squat and start to gain back muscle. So it's my goal. My nails are finally beginning to be normal. Chemotherapy can cause you to completely lose your nails. I didn't completely lose mine, but they did start cracking right in the middle of the nail bed. They just come apart and flake off. It's really painful and nasty, but they're finally stable again. I was really lucky not to have any nerve damage in my hands or my feet. That's totally gone away, so I feel normal in that regard. That's been awesome too. My most recent scans showed that I do have significant damage to my lung from both the radiation and the chemotherapy, so that might be something we have to deal with in the future, but as of right now, I feel like I can breathe fairly normally. Nothing too significant. So we're just gonna ride that wave and hopefully it doesn't become too big of a deal. So basically life is pretty good right now. Those of you going through chemotherapy who are watching this, it doesn't last forever. There is a time when it ends. Doesn't feel like it, but it will end. Things get better. Just push through it. When I was starting chemo, I remember looking for YouTube videos so I could find someone to relate to. If you are going through chemo right now, if you're about to start, please comment below. Like, let me know. What questions do you have? Like, how can I help you? Please ask me everything. And those of you who just have questions about cancer, like, what other questions do you have? Did I basically cover anything? Do you feel like you know more? In my next video, I'm talking about how my cancer diagnosis led me to a life of minimalism. So if that interests you, please go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss out on this and future videos. I can't wait to check out the comments and see if anyone's watching this who is going to go through chemotherapy. So please write down and let me know below if you are. Let me know, everything below. Otherwise, see you in the next video, and thanks for watching. Bye.